super full moon in Libra. It's a magical night tonight. So much energy in the air. Can you feel it? I thought I'd honor this powerful full moon that is just transmitting so much right now by doing Babette Burrell's tarot spread. She posted it on her Instagram. I'm going to be linking it below in the video. I love this planner. It is the Many Moons Lunar Planner. If you have not had a chance to see it, it is by Sarah Faith Gottesdiener. She is one of the most powerful witches who has brought together such an incredible group of people in this planner. Let me show you the front of it. So gorgeous. So this is it. Here's the Many Moons 2020. I had the honor of helping to create the first full moon spell at the beginning of this year, and I'm so honored to be working with Babette's spell at this time. It is so important right now. I'm so grateful to have magic. I feel magic has been holding me together in so many different ways. So for tonight's spell, we're going to be focusing on cleansing, on clearing, on some magical spring cleaning, which is all this spell's about. And I'm going to be pulling some tarot cards with a tarot spread. As I said, I'm going to be linking that spread below. So if you want to do this spread yourself. So I'll start by lighting some sage. And with this divine ether smoke, we clear and cleanse the cards. And I work with two different decks. So the one that I'm holding in my hand right now, it is made by two artists in Los Angeles named Megan Whitmarsh and Jade Gordon. This is such a beautiful deck. It is very archetypal. It is very intuitive. It allows us to really expand our awareness and to tap into playfulness. This is something I really enjoy about this deck. And this other deck that I work with is called the Collective Tarot. I think I talked about it in some other videos. It was made by a group of queer, trans, feminist people in Portland, Oregon. It has really cleared a lot of the problematic, hierarchical, binaried ways that other tarot decks have kind of created in their narratives and in their cards. So that's something I really appreciate about this deck. It's super gender expansive. It's expansive around love and identity. And it definitely clears a lot of that hierarchical noise. And, you know, speaking of clearing, I think it's really powerful right now as witches to be clearing some of that hierarchical noise that is really moving through us at this time. It's also being illuminated by this time. So allow yourself to get rid and to clear some of that hierarchical energy, maybe the energy of greed, the energy of oppression. So many ways that this hierarchical energy moves through our lives. So let me light a little bit more sage for that too. Yes. Clearing. Yes. Thank you. So grateful for our plant kin for supporting us in these processes. And so now that the cards have been cleansed, now that we've been cleansed, I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling here. Let me give you all a little bit of shuffling sounds. Yeah, letting these cards speak to me as I move them through my hands. Letting myself tap into my kind of awareness. Yeah, just noticing when it feels right. So now I'm going to do the same with this divine deck. Just shuffling these, moving them. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, so now we draw the cards, and for this tarot spread, we're going to be doing a 4-card spread. And so I'm going to be picking 2 cards from each deck. So I just picked the 2 from here. Okay, and now I'm going to pull 2 cards from this deck and put them next to the 2 cards that I just pulled from the other deck. And I'm feeling called to pull them from the middle. So now the cards are next to each other, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what this looks like. Love about this tarot spread, it is all about spring cleaning, and it is really letting yourself bring that cleansing energy into your life. The number 1 card that we're going to start with is, what is the theme of our spring cleaning 2020? And so happy about this card. What comes forward is, magic is real. So really our theme for spring cleaning is to really imbue it with powerful magic, to really believe that it is here to transform our lives, that we are clearing and making room so that we can have some beautiful flowers and fruits grow in that fertile soil that we are preparing. So really clear out both in a physical way, allow yourself to move things, and also do it in a psychological way, thinking, what are some things that I both mentally and emotionally can start to move out of my life to make room for something really, really special that's awaiting us. So the second card represents what we are making room for when we're doing all of this magical clearing work. And what comes up is really powerful. It is the Instructor card. You can see how fierce this divine being is. So the Instructor card in the traditional tarot deck would be known as the Hierophant. This is the card of rules, of structure, of the conduit between the heavens and the terrestrial realms. So we are clearing and making room for us to step into our power, for us to become the leaders that we are wishing right now we had. We are clearing those inefficient, negligent, treacherous, thieving leaders, and we are making room for us to be empowered and to put our values, our morals, our ethics into practice, and to live our lives in the way that we really see being fit for ourselves. So this is a powerful clearing that's going to be affecting so many systems, both within with our psychic and spiritual and emotional levels, as well as throughout the systems of this planet. So we're making room for so much. So number 3 in this incredible reading is, how do we surrender to this process? And so what comes forward is the 8 of Keys. So the way we surrender is by being expectant, by knowing that there are some incredible magical things that are coming for us. This card is all about someone who has just been waiting and waiting and waiting for that perfect moment for them to be able to run down with their bike. You can see their bike is tied up here with some chains. And they are waiting for that moment where they can just ride down with their bike and be expansive in all of their joy. And so holding on to that hope is really, really powerful. And that hope can allow us to surrender and to know that there are some really beautiful and magical things that are awaiting us, and to really kind of fall into that expectant joy, knowing that those things are coming. So the Eight of Keys also allows us to remember that we have a lot of powerful psychic tools that we can access to help co-create the reality that we're wanting for ourselves. So using the time that we are being given to really work with our visualizing and expectant magic. Yes, surrender, surrender, surrender. And the fourth card in this incredible reading is, and always remember. So what comes forward for that card is, always remember the future. Always remember that we are headed somewhere that is unknown, and that there are spirals and cycles of time that are moving through us, that we are a part of a web of time and space, and that we are a reflection of it. We are it in action. We are it alive, and that we will also be given the information that we need at that time, that it is necessary. So being trusting that the unknown and the chaos will start to organize and fall into place, and to really fall into the spiral magic and fall into the chaos magic and fall into the unknown, because the future is what we need to remember. And going back to that Eight of Keys, we need to remember our hope. We need to remember our expectant joy, and know that there are things that are being worked on right now, that there is some conspiring going on for us. And so just kind of being aware of that in the back of our mind as we go about our days, making food, taking care of ourselves, resting, working on new projects, doing tons of magic work. So thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this amazing reading. Thank you so much to Babette Burrell for creating this reading and for giving us so much wisdom and insight. I definitely feel like I have a lot to sit with. And so I really hope you all are having the most magical super full moon in Libra. I would love to hear how it is going for you. And if you do this tarot spread, that again, as I said, I'm going to be linking down below in the description. Let me know what you get. Let me know what comes through. I would definitely love to hear that. So thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.